Amos W. here. We're going to now talk about finding a missing angle using the trig ratios. We're going to stick with our SOHCAHTOA. All right, so starting with number 5, and let's see, we're finding to the nearest degree. So looking at number 5, let's see, the first thing you do after you sketch this, identify your sides. Opposite the right angle is your H. What always touches the angle that you're talking about and the H? The adjacent. So that is your opposite. So then you look at the ratio given. I've got an A and an O with values. H doesn't give me much, so that means I look for my trig functions that have an A and an O in it, and tangent, okay, TOA. So you set this up like this. Tangent is the ratio. I don't know the value, so I'm going to make it an X. Tangent is opposite, so my opposite value is 8 over my adjacent, which is 13. And all you do is put it in your calculator. So go to functions. Remember, again, you're on degree mode, so make sure you're on degree mode. So you go to functions, and the trig function, as shown on the other one, instead of sine, I'm going to hit sine -1. Now, I can't remember what I just wrote, so I'm going to look real quick, 8 over 13. So then you just type in 8 divided by 13, and it gives you your degree. And I'm going to the nearest degree, so that makes 37.9 go to 38. So this particular problem, the missing value is 38, and we're talking about degrees because we're talking about a angle. Sorry, lost my train of thought. So now moving on to 6. Let's do another one. Identify your O, A, and H. This is my H. What always touches my arc is my A. So this makes O. Look for your trig ratios. I have an A and I have an H. So cosine uses A and H. So cosine X, because I don't know what that is, A is 17 over 21. So in Desmos, I'm going to use cosine -1 because I'm talking about an angle. I just did that and I forgot what it was already. Geez, you guys. It's 17 over 21. I'm really not crazy. I just don't do multitasking very well. All right, so the nearest degree would be 36. So putting that in is 36. So x equals 36, and we're talking about degrees. So I want to go show you 2 more now. I don't want you to get confused when you see these kinds because they're really not hard. Let's start by identifying my H, what always touches my angle, my H and my A. So this makes my O. So now I need to identify a trig function. And let's see, H gives me a value, A gives me a value, and O gives me a value. Oh my gosh, don't panic. This is where you get to choose. So do you have a favorite trig function? Is it sine, cosine, or tangent? I like tangent. Don't ask me why, but I do. So I'm going to pick tangent. You can pick anyone you want. So I'm going to pick tangent, X. Opposite is my 52 over adjacent is my 39. So that was awful, 39. So 52 over 39. Hopefully I can remember that. 52 over 39. So in Desmos, I'm finding an angle. So I'm going to make sure I select tan -1. 52 divided by 39. So that's 53 degrees. So x equals 53 degrees. So here's what's cool. Say you like cosine instead. So cosine x, cosine is adjacent. Adjacent is 39 over h, which is 65. So say you chose that one. So in Desmos, you would do your cosine -1. I forgot what it was already. Cosine -1, 39 over 65. 39 divided by 65, 53 degrees. Oh, wow. it's the same as tangent. So if you did the sine one, you would find it's the same. So it doesn't matter which one you pick, you find one you like. I know you have a favorite trig ratio by now. I'm teasing. Okay, so identify H. What always touches the angle arc is my H and my A, so O. So let me use sine this time. Say I like sine. So I don't know my angle, so that's my x, so sine x. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. I've got 36 opposite. Hypotenuse is 60. So in Desmos, you would select the trig function sine -1 because it's an angle, and 36 over 60. 36 divided by 60. So rounded to the nearest, so that's 37 degrees. So in this case, x is 37 degrees. That's all there is to it. It's very similar. You just have to, if you're using Desmos, you have to use the -1s for your trig ratios. If you're using like a TI 83, 84, or plus, make sure you hit the second key and then whatever trig ratio you're talking about. And that will give you your inverse, which gives you your angle measurement. Pretty easy stuff.